so we are about to make some peanut butter fudge. I definitely should not be making it. I've been heavy on the treats lately. It's just not good for me. I don't have much self-control. However, I don't have much self-control. And this morning I was sitting on the couch. I'm just really very much in the baking, sugar, carb kind of mindset lately. I blame it on the weather. It's been nice and cool. The leaves are falling. We're blaming it on the weather. We're not blaming that I'm like addicted to sugar and carbs and all that stuff. Blaming it on the weather. However, I was scrolling through Facebook this morning and found a super simple recipe for peanut butter fudge. I don't know if it'll work out. Sometimes these old-fashioned recipes that they post, they're hit or miss. I'll write it out down below. I don't know if I can link from Facebook. I'm not that techie, I don't guess. But this is it. See how delicious that looks? Yeah, me too. I was scrolling through and I was like, yep, I'm gonna get up and make that. And so here we are. We've got all the stuff out, I think, except for the vanilla. I gotta grab the vanilla. We're gonna make this, and I figured I would share that. I'll probably be making those Philly cheesesteaks for dinner tonight, and I'm super excited about those. I'll have to make those rows as well. And if I do that, I'll just use my hot dog bun recipe that I also use to make crazy bread that came from TikTok. I've shared that multiple times here. Get this done, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'll bring you along. I need to do a quick wipe down of the couch because I noticed, I don't know, somebody must have spilled something on it yesterday at some point and I didn't know. There was nothing there. And then, maybe it was John. I think you would have told me. But anyways, after John got done watching TV and stuff last night, I noticed that there was a big spot. And then there's some little spots that we need to get cleaned up. And that annoys me. But I don't want to do a full cleaning of the couch because it's too late for that. It won't be dry by the time John gets home. And if we're going to be home, he'll be sitting on the, you know. So, spot clean the couch. Then we got a few other things to do. I don't know what we'll share today, but the MVP as of now, because we don't know if dinner's going to be shared, is this fudge. So we're going to go ahead and get that going. I'm going to chug some water in hopes of me not eating this whole pan of this, if it's good. Fingers crossed it's good. But we're gonna go ahead and get it started. It's super simple. Like I said, that's one thing that intrigued me about it, and it just looks delicious. It looks like one of the melt in your mouth fudges, and those are my favorite. So we're gonna get it started. I think I showed this in like a video. I don't know. I just was going for aesthetics of trash. That probably didn't go in my favor. Anyways, I keep this box. It helps me keep up with my vanilla. I've got a whole bunch of extracts just sitting right here. You can't see it, you're over there. In a little clear thing. But the vanilla, since I use it so much, it always gets lost. It never gets put back in its place. But since I kept it in the box, I don't lose it. It's easier to keep up with. So I've been keeping it in the box. That's why it's still in the box. I really need to recruit John into changing out this burner because it's so annoying not having it. Favorite burner, the one that went out, obviously, because it's one I used all the time, and it's just super annoying not to have it. But there's a lot that I'd like to get done around here. Most of the time I'm content with how things are. Like, obviously I would like stuff to, hold on, gotta change my battery. What was I saying? I'm pretty content with the pace that things move around here. You know, obviously I would like everything to be done and perfect and how I want it as far as like the house goes. But that's just, it's never been perfect. It's never been completely done. I always joke in a very serious way that we'll probably die with the to-do list. Because that's just the kind of people we are. I mean, we will be working on things. I mean, we are always working on things. We meaning John. For the most part, I do stuff. But we'll be doing things to get things off of our list and add more. We've already started planning some things in the sort of near, sort of not future that we hadn't had planned, but now we do. But we sort of have always had planned because we've always talked about it. But now they're more like a, okay, we're going to put this on the timeline thing. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, I would like to get the wall put up that leads down to the basement. I would love for that to be done by Christmas. I know that won't be done. I'll be lucky if it's done by next Christmas. Even though with a little miss coming, we will have to kind of, you know, she'll help speed it up because next year she'll be, you know, fine. She won't be crawling or anything. But she'll be crawling and walking by, I guess next winter. Not this winter, but next winter. So that'll kind of speed up some of it, even if, knowing us, we'll do something temporary, because the reel that we've got in there now is temporary. John put that up. Whenever our air messed up last year, not this year. We didn't have air all year this year. And we were spoiled by the electric bill. I mean, it was still high because we've got a large house, so we got a lot of lights. But it was still a lot less than it usually is. Like, our summer electric bill is more than our winter electric bill, usually. I think, if I'm thinking of that correctly. I could be wrong, I don't know. We have a heat pump. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, whenever the air tore up, oh yeah, because this year we also had an air conditioner upstairs in our room. But year before last, when our air tore up, you see the theme here? We didn't have the air conditioner, so we slept in the basement because it was cooler. And Nolan also slept down there. He sleeps upstairs in his room. He's on one side, we're on the other. But he's more comfortable sleeping close to us, so he slept in the other room in the basement. But he has a little bit of tendency of sleepwalking. Not necessarily sleepwalking, but sleepwalking. And we was worried that he would get up, come up, maybe to use the bathroom, maybe to he just sleepwalks every once in a while. He don't do it as often now. Maybe he's outgrowing it, or maybe his gate that keeps his dog in also keeps him in at night. I don't know, but he doesn't do it like he used to. But we was worried even that he would wake up like half asleep, have to come up and use the bathroom, and be trying to come back down and would miss the step or something. So John put a temporary rail up. It's still there. Very possible that next year when baby is crawling and walking, that we'll just put up more temporary rails so she can't crawl under it. I don't know. I would like to get it done. I've got high hopes for everything. I'm needing the extra space. As you can see, my crock pot back here. That's because I can put it in the pantry, and I do just sit it in the floor in there, but I need more room. But I'm the person, I know we could live in a tiny house and not have room, or we could live in a huge mansion and not have room, because we are the type of people, we just fill our space. So it is what it is. But with that, we're going to be building a shelf, a closet, and that'll help. I don't know how that'll help with my crock pot. Okay, so we got this boiling here. I'm gonna let this boil for 3 minutes. I set a timer when I was talking to you. And then we're gonna add the peanut butter and vanilla. So I need how much peanut butter? 1 cup of peanut butter instead of 1 cup of vanilla. And I'm gonna eyeball it. Or am I? I hate cleaning peanut butter, but I don't really want to eyeball it either. This is like the longest minute, because it's still staying 3 minutes even though I set it. It's a treadmill minute. There we go. 3 minutes. And then now we're going to put in the peanut butter here. Nasty. And then, don't forget the vanilla. long as you get the consistency right. It smells like you can't get it wrong, but you definitely can. You can burn it. And fudge is very tricky. This smells delicious, though. It smells perfect. But we'll have to see. I might have overcooked it. I followed the recipe, I think. Close enough, anyways. It smells delicious, like I said. It's definitely trying to sit up already, which it's pretty cool in here. Alright, so it's not perfect. It's a little unsmooth, you know, but that doesn't matter. It don't matter if it's good. So we'll see how it sits up. I did eat the little, just to tested the little bits that stick to the pan, you know. It tasted good. We'll see how it actually sits up.
Looking for a calling.
10 out of 10. This was the best fudge and so easy. Give this a try.
Felt lonely in a crowd. I was searching for the answers, too blind to see the signs. He was always by my side. He shed his
And just in case you want to give this a try, and it's pretty self-explanatory, but something that I've seen on TikTok, and it works really good, especially if you're in a pinch and you just got like a little spot you want to clean, or you don't want to deep clean the couch with the whole process of using the cleaner thing. What is that called? You know what I'm talking about, though. The little green machine. Anyways, you just take some super hot water, as hot as you can stand to touch, and then put in some, you can put whatever. I think I put Dawn dishwashing liquid, but you can use laundry detergent as well. And then a rag or a towel, just based on whether you pick a rag or a towel, then you will get a pot, and wrap it, or, you know, wet it, drain it, rinse it, what is it called? Wring it out, and then just wrap it around that pot lid. Pan lid, whatever, pot, yeah, pans go in the oven, and then you just scrub it around on the goodness gracious, what's this thing called? A couch. It works really good. I guess just this, having the surface area, and then you can add pressure. Yeah, I'm using a raggedy rag, but you know, it works, and we keep these for tasks like this. But it works really good, especially if you're in a pinch and you want to get it cleaned up, but you don't want to, you know, deep clean it and all that. This dries super fast, maybe 2 hours, and it was dried completely. You can also spray some, you know, stuff straight on the couch if you wanted to. If it was a little bit extra dirty, you could do that, which mine was, it wasn't too bad. It was about a 4 out of 10, maybe. I don't know. But this worked perfectly. And now I do this quite often. You know, when I'm, like I said, when I'm in a pinch, I want to get it just cleaned up a little bit, but don't want to take the time to do the big long task and don't have the time to let it dry and whatnot. It works really good. So if you need to clean off your couch, you can give this a try. Most people probably know about this. I don't know. It was on TikTok ages ago, though, and I've just been doing it, but not been sharing it because it's a quick task, you know? But yeah, it works really good.
And picked me up. I'm safe in his arms. I found my bliss in the greatest love there is. The greatest love there is. Forever faithful, he'll always lift you up. I was looking for the answers, too blind to see the signs. He was with
I'm gonna get the rolls started for the Philly cheesesteak. I need a cup of milk warmed, so I'm gonna get this in the microwave to put some of this on top of the rolls. But Fallon will sometimes take the dehydrated onions and rehydrate them a little bit. I'm gonna try to see if I do this, and I have shared this recipe so many times. I think I need to just make a short of it. That way I can share it with people quickly. But y'all, this was definitely our favorite recipe to use for stuff. It is super versatile. This is the recipe that I use for crazy bread or cheesy bread, hot dog buns, hamburger buns, hoagie bun rolls, whatever. It's a hit. It just never disappoints. And I'm so happy that I have ventured into bread making, and I've found recipes that I think are delicious and good. I'm happy about it. Okay, so I want to share that with you, but I share it almost every time. I share a lot, and I make a lot of the same things. So I don't want to bore you with the entire process. I'll have the recipe linked down below or written out down below or whatnot. I really just need to take some of this footage and make a short of it, and I might do that. But if you've seen one, you've seen it all, because it's always the same recipe. We're just going to go ahead and finish it up here and drain this. Look at it. It's like layered. The onions are here, poppy seeds, and I don't know what this is. Maybe some of the sesame seeds, and then the rest of them are up here. It's really weird, but we're going to drain this using this. And for the Philly cheesesteak, I don't have a recipe. I don't follow recipes for things like this. If it's stuff that I just couldn't find on the internet, I usually don't follow recipes. But I just sauteed up some peppers from the garden, so it's just whatever.
Oh, you asked me last time?
Habaneros, and then whatever the mystery peppers.
Well, when Dad was trash talking you, why didn't he tell Dad that you asked him?
Just a few peppers, not many, because I knew that some of the kids would be eating this. Lily would not touch this. But just getting them sauteed up a little bit with some water and olive oil. And then I cut my meat up into like bite-sized pieces. You can cut it thinner, you can shave it, whatever. I just wanted it this way. Wendy kind of complained about it, and then she ate it and she stopped complaining because it was good. The meat was cut at a nice angle, so it was tender. It fell apart. It wasn't like chewy or anything like that. Stuff like that grosses me out. I'm very picky about meat. So I also added some butter and then put the meat in. I cooked it kind of fast at first, and then I did turn the heat down and slowed it down a little bit. I guess you would say overcooked it, just because, you know, I wanted to make sure that it was nice and tender, and it was delicious. But just getting this cooked up, and then I'm just seasoning it with my favorite seasonings: garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and some W sauce. And when I make Philly cheesesteak, I always like to add steak sauce. I don't know, I think it makes it taste so much better. So, is it technically a Philly cheesesteak? I don't know the rules, but to me it is, and it is delicious. This was some Dale's steak sauce that I got for pretty cheap. I think it was on sale for like 88 cents or something. It's not bad, but it's definitely not no A1 sauce. And so we won't eat it if it's not in something, and so I figured I would use it in this. I do go in at the end, once it's done, and add some A1 on top, because A1's the best, and then mix it all together. This was delicious. I should have made a double batch of this because there wasn't quite enough meat, because like I said, it was so good. But yeah, I don't follow a recipe. I just throw stuff together and make my heart happy, and it's delicious. And I only put the everything seasoning on 4 because I knew that Wendy would not be a fan of that. This is them afterwards. They are perfect. I couldn't rub the butter on top of those, so I just done that, let it melt. This is the cheese sauce that I always make. Just mix some heavy cream with some shredded mozzarella and low and slow until you get it melted. It is delicious. I don't know why it makes it so much better, but it does. And then this is the beautiful and saucy Philly cheesesteak. We're going to top it with some cheese, and then I also put some hot peppers on John's that I pickled, as well as some cowboy candy, which is candied jalapenos. I put that on mine as well. Y'all, these was delicious. I'm putting these on the meal plan next week. It's already been set. But that's going to be it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed hanging out with us. As always, remember to show grace, be content, and live blessed. Until next time, bye friends.